What's up, anime fans? Hope you enjoyed the fall season as much as I did. Now it's time for a whole new season, which is the winter season 2023. I selected the best shows that may be interesting. We got yet another good season to behold. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope you enjoy this new set of animes. Let's get into it. To begin with, these are some shows' second or more seasons that you may or may not know, but almost all are known already. For me, Vinland Saga is probably my most favorite one so far. It will follow the same story as the game if you played it. I totally recommend it, by the way. Androids 2B and 9S on their mission to help rid the long abandoned Earth of the dangerous machine life forms that live on the planet like an infestation. Tomo Aizawa and Junichiro Jun Kubota are the tightest bros you'd ever see. They roadhouse and spar, but through thick and thin, they've got each other's back, yet there's just one small problem. Tomo is in love with Jun. After catching a cold by giving his only umbrella to a girl sitting in the rain, Amane Fujimiya only expects her to eventually return it. However, Mahiru Shina, the angel of Amane's school and his neighbor, she gives him a lot more than that though. Instead of just the umbrella, she insists on returning the favor by helping him recover from his cold. However, she is oblivious to the battlefield that is Amane's apartment. High school student Junta Shiraishi wants to live a fulfilling youth. However, achieving this goal appears to be impossible, as everyone often fails to notice him due to his lack of presence. In fact, it's that bad that they think his seat is always empty, and mistakenly assume that he often skips school. It even made people believe that those who successfully spot him will be blessed with good fortune. After a gruesome war wreaked havoc on the general populace, the governments of the world turned to a more elusive tactic to further their agendas. A war fought in the shadows. Lily, a beautiful girl with white locks, is a student in one of the many institutions that train youths into becoming capable spies. She is offered an opportunity to join the mysterious team Tomoshibi and partake in an impossible mission. Himuro is an office worker who belongs to a race of supernatural beings with strange powers. Whenever he is deep in concentration, he subconsciously plunges his poor co-workers into a close rendition of the Arctic. Thanks to his snowy tantrums, Himuro's feelings are apparent to everyone but Fuyutsuki. However, fueled by immense adoration and desire, Himuro is prepared to do whatever it takes to capture her heart. From his deathbed, Hero King Inglis, the divine knight and master of all surveys, gazes down on the empire he built with his mighty hand. Having devoted his life to statecraft and his subjects' well-being, his one unfulfilled wish is to live again, for himself this time. A warrior's life he devoted himself to before his rise to power. His patron goddess Alistia hears his plea and smiles upon him, flinging his soul into the far future. The story follows the protagonist who wakes up one day transformed as Poshita, a pet dog of his cool and beautiful classmate Karen Inukai. On the outside, Otome villainess Lizelotte seems foul in every way, a purely evil character. However, as revealed in her diary, she was always hiding both her pain and her true feelings for Prince Sigurd. While she keeps this locked away, an evil witch ultimately possesses her, leading to her demise, a tragic end for the tsundere villainess. Having died of sickness at the age of 39, Mashio Hiraku is given the opportunity to go to another world. When asked what his wish is by God intending to give him strength, he requests to have a healthy body. Offered a second wish, he chooses to live peacefully successfully, a third wish to be able to know the local language, and for a final wish to be a farmer. Mahiro Oyama was just a normal erotic game-loving dude until he woke up one morning as a woman. Turns out his mad scientist little sister Mihari tried one of her new experiments on him with a disastrous outcome, and one thing is for sure, life is going to get a whole lot weirder from here on out. Matsuri Kazamaki and Suzu Kanade are childhood friends, but in high school their relationship deteriorates when the two stumble upon a talking white cat named Shirogane, who's hell-bent on gaining more power by devouring Suzu. But as Matsuri swoops in to try and save her by stealing Shirogane's powers, the spirit turns him into a girl. Saito is an ordinary handyman that gets transported to another world where his skills are very useful. He starts to really understand what it means to be needed. After the betrayal of his companions, Haruyoshi, the strongest diviner, was on the verge of dying. Hoping to be happy in the next life, he attempted the secret reincarnation technique and was sent to a different world. Born into a family of magicians, the magic he didn't inherit paled in comparison to his previous abilities. Everyone knows of the most powerful soldier, the Ice Blade magician, who led the country to victory 3 years ago, but few know his true name, Ray White. After weathering through a bloody war, Ray enrolls at Arnold Academy, ready to experience a normal life, a luxury he never had. To further this goal, he keeps his identity as the Ice Blade magician a secret. The scars of the past still haunting him to this very day. The dark soldier Dariel, 30 years old, who can't use magic despite being in the Demon Lord's army, was fired for his lack of capacity. Having been raised by the previous Demon Lord himself, he finds that his adoptive brother, the new Demon Lord, has little use for him. However, after rescuing a village girl from a forest monster, he realizes that he may be considerably more powerful than what he thought. One day, Mitsuha falls off a cliff and is transported to a medieval Europe type world. After a near-death encounter with a pack of wolves, she then realizes that she is able to transport between two worlds, this one and her own. Taking advantage of this ability, Mitsuha decides to live in both worlds and calculates that she will need 80,000 coins to be able to retire. Mitsuha now has to come up with different ways to collect her gold coins. Nick, an experienced adventurer whose party is led by his mentor and father figure Argus. Following the completion of their latest job, Nick discovers a chunk of the money has gone missing and realizes one of the party members is the culprit. To his surprise, Argus forgives the member and instead expels Nick after being accused of also embezzling funds. Nick ends up in a local tavern where he meets 3 adventurers and joins them after a night of drinking. The 4 bonds over their own betrayals and their destroyed abilities to trust anyone. This is when Nick hatches on the idea for the 4 to form a party. Princess Anisphia defies the aristocracy's expectations by developing magicology, a unique magical theory based on memories from her past life. Noblewoman Euphalia, unjustly stripped of her title as the kingdom's next monarch, Anisphia tries to help Euphalia regain her good name. Little do these two know that their chance encounter will alter not only their own futures but those of the kingdom and the entire world. Spirits can possess objects of considerable age and gain a physical form. Hyuma Kunato despises them because one took away what was very precious to him. In order to cure him of this loathing, Hyuma's grandfather sends him to live with Botan Nagatsuki, a girl who is the master of 6 friendly Tsukumogami and lives with them as a family. Wisteria is an orphan girl living in a corner of the British Empire at the end of the 19th century. Her life is desolate and bleak until she encounters Marbus, a powerful but equally lonely immortal being with a furry appearance. Hounded by hunters, together Wisteria and Marbus roam the empire populated by humans and human-like beasts in search of a place where they can live together in peace. The world is enveloped with the black forest and people have become infected with a pathogen that causes them to burst into flame in the presence of natural fire. The only safe source of fire can be obtained by hunting black beasts, flame spirits, which reside deep in the forest. The story revolves around Tuko, a village-raised girl, and Koshi, a former student in the capital. The encounter between the two, who were not supposed to cross paths, will change the fate of the world. The great beasts created the land, but humans stole it. In the age of the sword, heroes and mythology, giant beasts are hunted by humans for profit. Jiro, who makes his living hunting beasts, encounters Kumi, who is being chased by someone, and in that moment decides to save her. Together they seek to discover the world's secrets. Along with 3 other heroes, 27-year-old Mukoda Tsuyoshi is transported into a fantasy world to rescue a kingdom from a mysterious threat. However, it soon becomes clear that Tsuyoshi has been dragged into the summoning ritual by accident. His only skill turns out to be food menu, which allows him to open an interface where he can purchase and obtain food-related supermarket items from modern Japan. Kazuki Kurusu, a criminal contractor coordinator who lives with his best friend Rei Suwa, a professional assassin who has been raised from childhood to be a contract killer. Kazuki is outgoing and loves gambling and women, while Rei is a man of few words who spent his off time playing video games. One day, the two buddies end up caring for Miri Unasaka, a 4-year-old girl whose father is a mafia boss, after Miri accidentally wanders into a firefight in a hotel while looking for her father. Robotic order maids are popping up in every household, and 10-year-old Bondo Taira has found out that his 2 closest friends, Motsuo and Gashi, have order maids. Jealous of his friends, Bondo convinces his mother to get him an order maid. This new robot is the exact opposite of what Bondo wanted, but despite that, he learns that there is more to Roboko than they could ever expect. It's basically about the former Wizard King, so excited man for this, hoping the animation will be special because the series was a little bit underwhelming animation wise. I'm really interested to see how it goes. Hopefully it's a success, because I would love to see more of this show with a better setup like what they're doing with Bleach. Dai Miyamoto is a member of the basketball club. While attending junior high school one day, a friend takes him to a live jazz performance, which inspires him deeply. Thereafter, he begins practicing the tenor saxophone by himself. Without the ability to read sheet music, rain or shine, day or night, Dai continues to practice. During his first performance, he is criticized by the audience. Dai passionately blows away at his saxophone, and so his story begins. As master assassin, Yusui Yuen looks into a series of assassinations made on the Grand Samurai clan, the Satsuma. He encounters Kuri Maraizo, member and survivor of one of the attacks. Together, they discover the true nature of these murders is bigger than overstolen resources. As they get closer to the truth, will they come out alive to exact revenge? Lavian Winslet, a girl born in Northumbria, a poor country in the northwest of the Zemurian continent, she enlists in the Northern Jaegers, the largest mercenary corps in Zemuria, to protect her hometown. While distinguishing herself from her grandfather, Blood is the renounced hero who betrayed their country. After performing in their final middle school judo tournament, Michi and Sanae begin high school and walk in on Michi's final opponent, fighting to save their new high school's judo club. From the mind of horror manga maestro Junji Ito comes a spine-tingling selection of some of his most bizarre, disturbing and terrifying tales. So that was all of my recommended shows for you this winter 2023. Don't forget to like, subscribe and all that if you want to. See you next time here on COCKTAILANI. Take care.